Yo, what's good, man? What's good? How y'all doing? As you can see today, I have a lot less hair. And it ties directly in to the subject of today's video, which is about creating your own breakthroughs, um, like spiritually and just mentally, bro. Whoa, I just rocked the boat a little bit. So it's crazy. Us humans, like we have the ability to change things. You see what I'm saying? And like, the reason I cut my hair is because, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I was going through a lot of change in my mind. My hair was just growing, and man, I mean, there was a few different reasons why I cut it, but at the end of the day, I was just like, I'm ready to like take the next step, you know what I'm saying? Like not just with my appearance, but I mean like on a mental level as well. Like I've been changing quite a bit. I've been like making a lot of new friends recently. I've been taking a lot of risks, you know what I'm saying? And I've been just like, there's just a lot of change in my life. And so my hair was long the other day, and I just, you know, I won't lie, there's been like a lingering dissatisfaction with my appearance, you know what I'm saying? I think my hair texture has something to do with that, with it being long. It just doesn't work so well for my facial structure and just my confidence in general. So I had to go back to my old ways, you know what I'm saying? I just had to pull the plug, and it's kind of hard sometimes when you have long hair and you got something that's just been building. And to me, it was just a reminder that you got to be able to let things go. Like, you know, for me, it wasn't that hard, but some people are, you know, they when you ask somebody with long hair, like, would you ever consider cutting it? They'd be like, oh no, I could never cut my hair. I could never. And I was talking to my roommate about this recently. I'm just like, bro, if I ever encountered one of those people, I would just shave my head on the spot and just be like, bro, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. And if you feel like you're that person, you feel like you would never take a risk on changing your appearance, I ask you to please like reconsider, because I think getting a haircut is literally the easiest way to potentially create a breakthrough for yourself, on all different fronts, on the spiritual front, on the mental front, on the social front. And like I said, I've been making a lot of new friends recently. I've been doing a lot to just further these relationships, you know what I'm saying? Whereas in general, I think these past few years, I've had a really close-knit group of friends, and that's been my comfort group, you know what I mean? And I think a part of growing up is realizing that, look, bro, like you have to expand, you know what I'm saying? You can still have your group, but yeah, I've been trying a lot to not necessarily like put myself out there more, but it's just more of like, when you have people in your life who want to be friends with you, don't be afraid to test the waters and see what's up. And I made a great decision, you know what I mean? Because I've furthered quite a few relationships in the past like month or two, and when my hair was long, I just felt like I was ready to let it go. And to me, the haircut symbolizes a breakthrough. So having all that said, we have the ability to create our own breakthroughs. You have to get the ball rolling, you know what I mean? Like whatever sort of improvements you're wanting to make on your life, like you want to become healthier, you have to make decisions. You have to make agreements with yourself. Okay, I'm not gonna eat fast food as much or at all. I'm gonna start cooking more meals. I'm gonna start exercising more. I'm gonna start getting my appearance to how I want it to be. You have to get the ball rolling, but in doing that, you are creating your own breakthrough. So, you know, having that said, realize that realize the amount of power that you have to change things and to make improvements in your life, because I think the haircut just symbolizes that for me. You know what I mean? Like I'm shedding into a new era. I'm so confident with how I am right now, like how I look with the shorter hair. And I love the longer hair. I think having the longer hair was, it taught me some things about just like, just maybe about how your appearance doesn't mean everything. You know what I mean? Like, I looked raggedy most of the time. In most of my videos, I'm wearing something to push back my hair. And that's because when I'm at home, I don't care about getting souped up and like getting all spiffied up. But the only time I would really wear my hair down was when I had to go and show face to people. And so I realized that, and I'm just like, okay, I mean, I clearly don't enjoy how it is, and it was getting with my skin as well. I'm gonna stop talking about my hair. I'm gonna start talking more about the breakthroughs, because it's all about you knowing that you got the power to change things. I'll give another example just to kind of further explain like what I'm trying to say. So when I was coming out of high school into college, I recognized that moving locations physically, going from my hometown to a different town. I just got a notification that my soccer team scored. So, but anyways, I recognized, might have been able to hear it. Let me get back on course. I recognized that physically moving my location would allow me to kind of become a different person. And in high school, I was really stuck in my ways, and I was, I don't know, like towards the end of high school, I was really discovering a lot of things about myself. And I think people's perception of me in high school was not how I wanted it to be. And so I'm just like, okay, when I go to college, this is a breakthrough. You can have many breakthroughs. You can have a breakthrough every month. But me moving to a different city allowed me to say, okay, I'm moving to a different place, different people. Not many people know about me. I'm going to change. I'm going to make some changes in my life, and I'm going to become a different version of myself. Same thing with my cut. This is a more refined version of myself, and I realized that. I was talking to my friends about this. I'm just like, with my long hair, I just feel less masculine than I than I want to present. And somebody even commented on my last fucking video and said that they thought that I was a girl. I get comments, I mean, yeah, it's just stuff like that, and I'm just like, I don't want to appear feminine. I want to embody like my masculinity. And so I cut the hair. That's a breakthrough. Create your own breakthroughs, bro. It's all to say you have the power to do it. And sometimes it's just as simple as like, you've been going through some changes. Tidy up your look a little bit, man. Embody the new habits and the new traits that you've been practicing. For me personally, I've been reading quite a bit. Been reading The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I'm not super far into it yet, but I'm really enjoying it, man. And if anybody's familiar with that book, they're familiar with like kind of the first lesson, so to speak. And it's about like morning pages, right? It's about getting up and immediately writing, immediately picking up the pen and start writing. And it's supposed to promote more creativity, So I've been reading, I've been writing every morning. Shout out my moms for this beautiful journal. It's got a soft leather cover. Open it up, Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All that to say, man, I've been building up for a breakthrough, and I realized I had all the puzzle pieces in line except for my appearance, and I wasn't fucking with how I was looking. And it was simple. Sometimes you just gotta cut it all off, man. Sometimes you just gotta change something. And yeah, I was feeling myself last night. I was in the bathroom, and I was just you know, it was a great feeling, and it really felt like I had taken the jump. And I didn't even like, it wasn't as if I was seeing this as like, oh, my haircut's gonna allow me to break through. It was more so like I wasn't even really thinking about that. And then I came home from my haircut, and I was just like, wow, I feel like a new man, literally. And that's all it took. All that to say, man, you have the power, you have the capability every single day to make change, to make the breakthroughs, create your own breakthrough. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. It's about recognizing it, though. You got to recognize the power that you hold within. It's divine essence, man. Realize that you got some essence. What y'all been listening to? What type of music y'all been listening to? Tell me in the comments. That's all. Y'all have a good rest of the day, and create a fucking breakthrough this month or this week or today. Just do it, bro. See y'all.